Welcome aboard Aquaholics, a 2022 Aquila 44. I'm Nick Hutchinson with HYM Marine, and join me while we do a full walkthrough today. Come on board. So before we jump on into the inside and see our 3-bedroom and 3-head setup that makes this boat an amazing floating condo in the water, I want to point out the tender that we have on here. This actually comes with it. This is a Highfield with a 30-horse outboard. We've got electric start, tilt trim, everything that makes it easy to get this boat on and off. We've got an electric davit. It's push button, swing it around, drop it in the water, and take it to the island for your day at the beach. Come on up and let's walk through the rest. So when we make our way up to the cockpit area here, you can see we've got a great U-shaped seating, lots of storage underneath this. Our table even drops down with a filler cushion to make this one big sun lounger. Up top, we've got a zip-on sunshade with 2 poles that if you really want to cover this up to get out of that hot sun in the summer, we can do that, or leave it open right now so you can sit out in the sun. Moving in here before we jump inside, one of my favorite features, we've got a flip-up window here that converts this into a bar seating area. Flip-down bar, and now we can communicate from the kitchen to the outside. Easy open door here. We've got an accordion system that continues that feel of that open air, truly living on a boat and sharing that outside space with the inside. Come on inside. So moving on into the galley here, we've got a great space, L-shaped cooking area, dual burner induction stove. It even has a mat you can cover that up with that's non-stick, so that if you're underway or you're on the hook for the night, when the boat's moving around a little bit, your pans aren't moving around. Nice size sink in here for ice or just to dry your dishes off. And then we've got our operational sink here, double-sided. Above, lots of storage here. Microwave oven that also doubles as a convection oven. Lots of storage throughout. Actually, underneath me here, we've got a compartment that houses a lithium-ion battery setup. We have 4 lithium-ion batteries that are paired up top to a solar system that generates 1100 watts. Depending on your usage on this boat, we can actually stay out on the hook without generator use for 3 to 4 days. Moving over to the starboard side here, we've got more cabinets for additional storage, pull-out drawer, refrigerator, and freezer below. Moving forward into our entertainment area here, we've got a TV that comes up on a lift, more storage again below that. This boat's equipped with the optional refrigerator that's addition to the other ones on the starboard side, more drawer storage. We've got our little dining area here, U-shaped with plenty of seating for 6 people or so. And if you want, this table can drop down, turns it into one nice big lounger, and you can either stare out at the ocean or pop up the TV and watch your favorite show. So let's move down and look at our guest staterooms. We're going to save the master for last because there's something truly special in there. Starting on the starboard side, both rooms are almost identical with one big exception here. On our way down to starboard, we have our electrical panels. One panel is for our shore power as well as all of our DC power, and the other side is going to give us access to all of our black water systems, our battery switches, generator start stop, and even our Spectra water maker that we have on board that we're going to take a look at later. So on both sides here in our guest stateroom, the main thing I want you to look at here is how much headroom I have. It's very open feeling in here. I don't feel claustrophobic. That's one of the benefits of a catamaran. We've got the big hulls on the sides so we can take advantage of that great depth. I'm 6'2", and I have plenty of headroom in here. There's also a lot of light. We've got these big windows, skylights above, and by the way, these actually open so that you can get a lot of airflow through here if you're sitting the day on the hook, and we've got fans built in as well. This bed here is a modified queen, so it gives you plenty of space for 2 people, you're not crammed, and then on each side of the bed, you've got a little nightstand with your private light, little place to store stuff and plug in your phone and everything at night. Moving aft in the bedroom here, we've got our head which is actually a dry head. So what that means is your shower system is separate from the actual toilet, so they're not combined as one. That keeps everything else in your head dry while you're taking a shower. Before we head down into the port side stateroom, I want to point out the doors that they have on here for both staterooms. This is important because when you've got these closed, every stateroom on this boat is entirely private with its private ensuite head, and you've got complete isolation from the rest of the living area. This door slides open into a nice little pocket there, so it's completely hidden out of the way. We've got great headroom as we walk down. So here we are in the port side guest stateroom. This is almost identical to the other one we were just in. It's basically a mirror image. However, it is slightly bigger because we are missing the electrical panel on the stairway down and all the rigging for that. So it feels slightly bigger in here, but it's essentially the same size, just a mirror image. We have a ensuite head down here again with a dry head. So again, your shower is entirely enclosed, not getting everything else wet while you're using it throughout the day. So I also want to point out the great closets they have in these. Even in our guest staterooms, we've got hanging closet space. And on this boat, everybody needs one of these pillows. Sorry for what I said while we were docking the boat. So this little area right here is designed to be somewhat of our downstairs navigation station. We've got a place to watch over our charts and plot out our next adventure. We've got a VHF downstairs that we can communicate with not only the bridge but outside boats. Our main head unit for the stereo is located right here. We've also got an indicator display of all of our lights that are on, so if we're at night at a mooring, we can make sure that everything's lit up. And then we've got a manual override for all of our bilge pumps in case we need to operate them manually for some reason. On the back wall, we've got our air conditioning display for the salon, and my favorite here is our Victron display. That's going to give us an indicator of how much power we're consuming, immediate information there. Also, how much power is coming in from the grid on our shore power, how much power is coming in from our solar panel, and what percent of charge our battery is at. That way we can always stay on top of our consumption if we're trying to manage our battery usage while on the hook. Okay, now let's head forward and I'll show you what makes the master on this boat so special. So just like our guest staterooms, the master offers plenty of head clearance, a lot of lighting, a lot of space to move around in here. But what truly makes this unique on this boat is that we have a full beam, 21.5 foot wide master stateroom with a king bed and all the other amenities you'd expect in here. Right behind me, we've got a step down into a private little office space with a pop-up vanity. We've got multiple hanging closets, and we even have a combination washer and dryer unit on board. So moving over to the port side is where our TV is located. We have a flat screen here, mounted flush, so it's not in the way as you walk around. Moving downstairs, we've got a great size head. Again, a dry head with the shower forward. Plenty of space to move around down there. More storage again, both in the walls and under the floor. A couple other items I'd like to mention about this space. Our hatches here, when they open, they actually face forward. That creates like a scoop effect so that when we're anchored out on the bay, you actually have the wind coming in that's going to blow right through the boat. And if you've got a calm night, the optional fans behind me really make a difference. Also, underneath the bed here is additional storage plus a built-in safe. So we're going to head up to the Flybridge now and walk through all that. And while we do have access right here for instant access up to the top, we're going to take the long way around, and I want to show you how easy it is to move around this boat. We've got a walkway, both port and starboard. I don't have to lean over to try to move my way out of anything. We've got great rail holds both underneath and to the side for a lot of safety. You can easily move throughout the boat here in comfort and safety and not being able to have to kind of duck your way around like you do on a lot of boats. Up on the bow here, we've got lots of area if we want to lay out for sun tanning. You can throw some cushions up here, or you can just hang out on our seats. One of my favorite things to do is sit here and look down at the dolphins following us because they love that bulbous bow. Moving around, great access to our windlass underneath me with dual hatches, so if we need to, we can get down to our chain to tie a bridle or to just rinse it off when you're done with it. And now, one of my favorite things is our center walkthrough that gives us access direct to the helm. Not only is it great to be able to walk up to the helm quickly, but when you're coming into the dock or the marina, it's nice to be able to jump off of the helm and come down and hand somebody a rope or a fender without having to go backwards, down a steep stairway, and then back around. The other thing is when we come up here, we're center line with the captain. So we've got great visibility. I can actually look back down my stairway here too and see the dock when I'm coming in. So pretty much every part of the boat is visible to you. The only part that isn't is right there at our stern, but we've got a solution for that. We've actually got a camera mounted out back that I can pull up on my screen right here, making every part visible. So sitting here at the helm, they've really made life easy for the captain. We've got our large Raymarine chart plotter front and center. We've even got the manual controls on this, so if you're in inclement weather, your hands are wet, you can still manage to navigate through that using the manual buttons. Off to starboard side, we've got our Volvo Penta display. That's a dedicated display to give you all of the information for your engines. It's going to give you fuel burn, your load settings, the amount of fuel that you have left, your fuel range, your RPMs, really anything that you want to know about the engines. On the other side, we've got our autopilot control, as well as an additional display that will give you really any data you're looking for, but it's a dedicated display for one data set. So if you want something in large numbers up in front all the time, like say you want your heading or your depth at your current location, it's going to give you that on one dedicated display. We've got access for our radio, we've got a spotlight mounted, and we've got our twin throttles right here as well. Down below, we've got our Raymarine integrated VHF that also communicates with the one downstairs. And then as far as comfort goes, we've got a full enclosure up here for the front. Right now I've got the center one open. It's a nice day. We can walk in and out as we need, but if we have bad weather on a crossing, we can close that down and really protect the captain. If that isn't enough, the owner of this vessel has actually added a yacht controller as well, and that's a remote control that allows you to walk around the boat and drive it from pretty much anywhere. So if you're single-handed coming into a marina and you're all by yourself, you can actually go stand down in the back or stand up on the bow and still maneuver the boat in tight corners. So the final part of the Flybridge here, and probably one of the most important parts that you're going to use when you're sitting at rest, is this area here. On the aft side, we've got a summer kitchen with a grill built in, ice maker down below, freshwater sink, great seating for your friends and family to hang out up top, have dinner at night. Couldn't get a better view for a place for dinner. We also have an optional air conditioning unit up here on the bridge. While it is open up here, it's not going to cool it down like you would in your house, but it does take that edge off on those hot summer days when you close the canvas and turn the AC on. So for the last thing on the boat, follow me downstairs. We're going to jump down in the engine compartments and show you all the cool stuff down there. So because this is a catamaran, we actually have two engine compartments on this boat. We're going to jump down in the port side one and go through a bunch of things over there. But I want to mention that on the starboard side is where your generators are located. So you've got quite a bit of space down there because you don't have all the other systems. Your generator is aft with the engine center line under there with plenty of space to move around. On the port side here, just like on the starboard side, we've got nice large doors. You can see we've got our fuel tanks on this side. This boat does have the optional extended range fuel tank. That gives us the ability to have a reserve tank that we can then pump into our main tanks for those extended range cruises. So I'm going to do my best to point everything out down here, but if I missed anything you want to take a closer look at afterwards, check out our virtual 360 tour that's going to allow you to look at everything in here and zoom in on any individual part. First off, we've got dual cable reels. That's going to give us access to our shore power. They're retractable and you've got two of them, so if you have a problem with one or you're struggling with power like in the Bahamas where we often do, it gives you the ability to hook up two lines. Right here we've got the head of our air conditioning system. This boat runs a chiller AC system that's a lot more effective than your individual air conditioning units. Behind me you can see our Spectra water maker. If you're down in the islands or down in the Keys and you've got that clearer water, these things are priceless. It'll make more water than you can use every day, and it's always working. You can also use them in areas like we are in Tampa Bay right now. You're just going to use filters more often. Forward on the bulkhead here, we've got the Spectra water maker head unit. We've got the fuel transfer switch for our reserve tank, like I mentioned. There's also a gauge on it up there. And then we've got access. I can actually kind of walk around up front here, and that's going to get us into our fuel strainer systems with a glass bowl so we can see if we have contaminated fuel, water in there. Anytime that we are suspecting a problem, it gives us visual access to really move around in here and check everything out. So a couple of final things I want to mention about this boat before we leave. First of all, this is not a charter boat. It's a one owner, purchased new from myself. They've really enjoyed it throughout the Caribbean, all the way from Florida to the Bahamas and all the way down to Grenada. The boat has currently just over 1,000 hours on it, and it's actually just been serviced, so you don't need to worry about that. It's got fresh bottom paint just a few months ago. Everything on it is essentially ready to go. It's got a fresh coat of wax on it. You've even got Starlink installed recently. So all we're looking for is a new owner to love her just as much as they did before. If you have any other questions about this boat, give me a call or send me a text. 303-875-3988 is my personal cell phone, or you can reach out to me through any social media platform on HYM Marine, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or any of your other favorite social places online. Hope to talk to you soon.